A Seattle suburb is suing organizers of a voter-approved ballot measure that sets the minimum wage in the city to $21.10, the highest in the country. The Center Square's Western Washington reporter Spencer Pauly is covering this story. Spencer, what city is taking this legal action and why?
Well, the city taking legal action here is Burien, which is just a suburb south of Seattle. Now, they're filing a lawsuit in order to try and halt the adoption of a minimum wage increase in the city. The minimum wage, if with this voter-approved measure, would be set to a maximum of $21.10 per hour. But the lawsuit alleges that the ballot measure does not repeal an existing ordinance already implemented by the city, I should say. And so the lawsuit says that the organizers of this ballot measure, which is called Raise the Minimum Wage Burien, went to exceptional lengths in order to imply that the city did not have a minimum wage ordinance already in place. And so voters were, unclear of what local laws they were voting to change. Raise the Minimum Wage Burien went to exceptional lengths to imply that the city did not already have a ordinance already in place starting in January 1st, 2025 that already set a minimum wage for the city. So that left voters unsure of what they were exactly voting on, according to the lawsuit.
Is every business expected to pay employees this $21.10 per hour minimum wage?
No, and I think that's going to need some explaining here is what exactly this ordinance does is regarding minimum wage, because it is pretty confusing. The ballot measure sets the minimum wage at $21.10 for your workers at large businesses. This is with anyone over 500 employees. Now there's also your businesses with 16 to 500 employees, and they would pay about $19.10 per hour towards their employees. And that would increase $1 per year until they reach the same minimum wage as the large employees. But then you also have your small employers with less than 16, and they would see their minimum wage set at $18.10 per hour, and that would increase 50 cents over 7 years. Now, I should explain what the City Council approved already that this is all about. The City Council approved a minimum wage ordinance that sets the minimum wage at $21.16, six more than what this ballot measure already has in place. But the thing is that employers are able to allow tips and medical benefits to be included towards the additional minimum wage. And so in the end, a lot of the union's employees weren't making exactly the $21.10 or $21.16. So that's where I think there's a difference here. But with the new voter-improved initiative, that would not be the case. So everyone would be paid the $21.10, as you know.
And what is the organization behind the ballot measure saying about this lawsuit?
So I reached out to Raise the Wage Burien, and the campaign coordinator, Katie Wilson, is the one who is named in the lawsuit, along with the Transit Riders Union, which backed Raise the Wage Burien. And what she told me is she does not believe this lawsuit has any merit and is just another attempt to stop workers from getting a real raise. She also added, I found this interesting, that she's trying to see this as a badge of honor to be sued by the Burien leadership, saying that they have worked in the past to try to put this initiative down, but 57% of voters approved it, and she argues that these voters are well informed of what they are voting on, but City of Burien is saying otherwise.
So what's next?
Well, the initiative is set to take full effect by the end of this month, March 30th. So the legal process will need to be expedited, which makes this a little bit tricky. Are we going to be able to see any legal action take effect within the next 30 days? It's going to be pretty interesting to see and something I'll be keeping an eye on, but I'm sure attorneys on both ends will do what they can to, help each side, come out on top. But it's going to be faster than some of the other legal processes I've covered in the past.
Well, Spencer, thank you for your insights on this story. Listeners can keep up with this story and more at thecentersquare.com.